There's the truck. It's going to be ready for about 3 o'clock in the morning when my 34-hour reset will be complete. Ha ha ha. And I'll have a fresh set of 70 hours. I'm in Marshall, Texas. About 160 miles east of Dallas. Nice hotel. I chose to stay here on purpose. The timing was perfect so that I could get up early in the morning and get up really early in the morning and get at this this drop off. I got some numbers to share. A lot of people in trucking, there's this big thing. A lot of people get into arguments and fights about rates and how to run your business. And one of the things that I tell people is mind your business. And I'm not trying to be an asshole when I say that. But I'm actually telling people, I'm giving people very, very good advice when I say that. Mind your business, because it'll pay off for you, and I'm here to show you and kind of review that the numbers are very, very encouraging, and it's working. And I kind of have a method behind all the madness, sticking to a plan. So this is my little Walmart. Yeah, I try to keep things simple. Walmart, oops. Sorry about that. Okay, so on the 19th, 20th of March, the 21st of March, 22nd of March. These are shipping pickups, trucking pickups and trucking deliveries. And this is gonna be tomorrow. So from the 19th of March all the way through the 1st, and I took a break. Took a break in there. What's up, Stan? What's up, Todd? How you doing, Mike? And had a short little break in between there. So you were aware of when I started in South Texas and Victoria to Houston to Central Texas and then all the way up to Oklahoma. And these are my numbers. So during this period of time, it was 10 days. I grossed $3,100, almost 2,000 miles. Over the course of 10 days, took 6 loads. The rate was about $1.60 a mile. I like factoring this in here because it kind of shows you what would be possible without the deadhead, and we had quite a bit of deadhead. That first outing, that was our first time out with my new dispatcher, and we did okay. We did really, really good actually for our first time out. I mean, we made money. We ended up with $996. Now, the truck had not been paid off for the month, which is $962. I did pay my commercial insurance all the way through November, and I shared these numbers with you before, but I want to have something to compare to the 1st of April when we went out again. So the lessons learned during that were the amount of money that you make per day without taking away expenses. The amount of money that you make per day in this business is important. So it's a very important thing to track for me. And I also noted that I sat still from Friday, Saturday, and Sunday in hotels. And I lost some time in Houston. And so I learned a lot of lessons from that first time out with the new dispatcher. That things went well for the most part. but there were some things that we needed to improve, like, you know, the deadhead miles and all that. Okay, and so let's go ahead and go to Monday the 1st of April through Monday the 8th of April. Look at that difference in the gross. The gross per day went up from $313 a day to $532 a day. Really, really good week. You're gonna note something, that today is the 7th. I'm just projecting because I kind of know my numbers now with fuel mileage. We actually did really, really good on fuel mileage coming here, like over 13 miles a gallon. And if you follow what we've been doing, I'm at 12 miles per gallon usually. From the 1st to the 8th, we're going to average over 12 miles a gallon easily. So that's another thing. I mean, I'm really, this truck continues to break in, and it's a very reliable truck, and I did the right thing by buying a brand new one. I'll get into that in a second. So, Eric, you definitely have to. I feel like I need to constantly evaluate, especially in the beginning, because there's stuff that I need to study to make sure that I get right. If I'm gonna know when to expand or why to expand, when the time is right. And I'm noting some things already. So we went from the gross increased from the last time we went out, and the miles also. So we did more miles, but we did a bigger gross, and I wonder what the percentage of that is. I hadn't looked at that, but we were way more efficient because with our rates and everything. Because as you can see from the rate per day, the gross per day. Okay, so that was okay. So we're on the 1st through the 8th. Just reviewed that, and now. So from the 1st through the 8th, our net was what we had left after expenses was $1,130, which is a 27% profit. And if we go back real quick to the 19th through the 28th, see our net was $996. I didn't do the percentage of that. Real quick, it's pretty high. It's actually, wow, it's almost 30%. So it's similar. It's actually similar to. It's actually pretty similar to from the 1st to the 8th. That's interesting. I hadn't noticed that, and I've been looking at these numbers for the past 2 hours. Okay, so a summary of Tuesday 19 March through Monday 8 April, the totals. What we made total was $7,300, almost $7,400 over this many miles, which is an average of 237 miles per day, which is kind of interesting because I thought it would be more than that, and that's a very sustainable pace. I know we can do better in the deadhead miles, because in that first one we were getting a feel for each other and figuring stuff out. This may or may not be correct. The fuel cost adjusted for deadhead, it's not as important as this number, which is the rate, which is what you would want to, like, ideally if you had no deadhead at all, $2.57 a mile, which is a really nice rate. Okay, so this is really, I think this is a really important number to understand. And over 18 days, 11 loads, which is 1.6 loads per day, and then the gross per day, which is $410. Net profit to the company per day is $39. and my salary per day, which is $205. Okay. I said that I would say something about my salary. I pay myself 50 cents a mile, and my salary, when I'm talking about all these numbers, my salary is part of the expenses. So when I say profit, when I say 29% profit over that time period, that's including an expense, which is my salary. All right. One of the things that I think is important right now that I continue to do is to not pay myself a salary. I want to roll that over into company savings and towards a possible expansion. Save for commercial insurance for next year. The other thing, I'm kind of noticing is that the pace of operations, about 237 miles a day, including pickups and delivery, it's all sustainable. Like, I can do it. I've done it, and that's important to know. The work rate. Yeah. Yes, Eric. Yes. Which is the reason why I'm here. I have to keep continuing to plan with the ELD, the electronic logging device. Some people call it the electronic leash. You have to keep that in mind and plan for that. I like the fact that my dispatcher took my suggestion and executed excellently, man. He gave me 2 partials to pick up on Friday. Well, no, I picked up 1 partial on Thursday, and I picked up the other partial on Friday, and then I traveled over the weekend from Atlanta, the Atlanta region, and then here to Dallas. Well, I'll get to Dallas tomorrow, early tomorrow. So those are my lessons, the lessons that I've learned. One of the things, I messed up on a deadhead. I moved 100 miles and that without having a need to. That was my fault. But it was just stuff like that happens. And knowing how much that cost me in terms of fuel, it's going to cost me about $72. Or is that right? Yeah. It's going to cost me about $72 to move 100 miles, 36 miles per 50, something like that. So dispatch and I are continuing to figure out the relationship between miles, weight, time, deliveries, and rates. I put miles in there twice. Forgive me. But we're continuing to figure it out. And the most important thing, I think, is to understand that it's working. I'm not losing money. I'm making money. The real question would be, as I look at these, as I look at the summary over 18 days, the real question would be, how should I expand? When should I expand? Those are really important questions, because now that I know what, during good times, what I can expect as a single owner and operator, just me, what I can make. What would 2 trucks do? What would 3 trucks do? What would a big truck do? And a big truck, this number is going to double. But I also know that the expenses would also, So where's my fuel? My fuel cost. My fuel cost for those 18 days, you see that? $11.76. My fuel cost would be it would be at least twice that. So I have to do some more thinking about this. I just know it works. I'm happy it works. I'm thrilled. I'd appreciate any questions you might have, or any comments, any observations that you might have about these numbers. I don't have all the answers. I just know what the data says, and what kind of a tentative plan that I have, which is a simple operation, clean, simple, not complex, what it can do, and with a good dispatcher. You know, what are your comments? What do you think about that? I'd appreciate it. I want to keep this video short. Yeah, Eric. I'm gonna read your comment because this will be on the internet later. I know you're loving C Money, but don't lose sight of the fact that it's a symbiotic relationship. Oh, you damn straight, man. Eric says you need him and he needs you. Oh, you damn straight, man. Like I told him that. Oh, I know where I wrote it. I wrote it over here. I wrote it down. So I was sketching things out, doing a mind map, but the relationship between rates and time. And one of the things I wrote down was build and nourish the relationship with my dispatch team. Do not hire a driver yet. Do not buy a truck yet. Save money. Do not pay yourself a salary yet. And PMCS your truck regularly. So yeah, in addition to nourishing my relationship with C Money, I have to absolutely make sure I take care of this truck, because this truck is like, the way that I look at the truck now, it's like a rolling cash machine. And if you don't take care of it, all of this goes away. All of it goes away. Like that. That goes away. Everything goes away. And what comes into place, that gross per day goes away. Net profits to the company per day, all that goes away. What comes into play right here, if you don't take care of it, expenses. So yeah, man. Yeah. Okay, so let me read some more of Eric's comments. Dream big, but keep it realistic. The second you add another driver, yes, your stress level goes up exponentially. Man, you're reading my mind. Exactly. Keeping it simple is key until I save a lot more money. Once I save a lot more money, without paying myself a salary, that's basically money in the bank for the company. Yeah, I 100% agree. 100% agree that if I expand too quickly, it's just gonna get crazy. Right now, it's just me. In a nice hotel, not paying for somebody else. Don't have to worry about anybody else being unhappy. I don't have to pay anybody in terms of cash flow. It's working. I don't have to worry about this stuff. Hey, Vicky. So, hey, I appreciate you watching. Yeah, stick some more comments in there. Okay, so Eric has another comment. When you can pay yourself and be covered for 6 months, then I would look at expanding. Interesting. Pay yourself and be covered for 6 months. I like that. I like that a lot. So, eventually I'm going to do a thing on trucker math. Hey, thanks, Vicky. I appreciate you. She said, so proud of you, Doug. Appreciate you. Vicky, I'm very proud of you. Very proud of you. That's all I'll say. having fun. Most importantly, the wife understands. You know, she's on board, and my sons support me. My adult sons, they support me. That's really, really important. I'm gonna get some sleep. I gotta get up really early tomorrow. My 34-hour reset will be in effect, and yeah. Okay, so Andy says it's a double-edged sword. If you don't grow as the demand grows, you will always be the small guy. Depends on what the end goal is. Oh my God. Absolutely. So some other factors are in play right now that nobody else is aware of besides the team that I'm working with. And so very soon, opportunities are going to present themselves. I'll just put it that way. Opportunities are going to present themselves, and we're going to be in a really good position. You know, if I were to just go out and buy a truck right now without having a plan for that truck, without having a driver, without having a compliant staff in place, it would be a big mistake. But pretty soon, some opportunities are going to pop up, and it's going to be good. It's going to be good. So Victoria says, dude, you're working like a true bred Milt. Milt stands for Milton Hershey alumni. Milton Hershey School alumni. Papa Hershey is smiling. Man. Milton Hershey is, I would be in really good company if I were in his league someday. Wow. That would be amazing. For now, I'm just a small-time entrepreneur, risking it all, trying to make the American dream. What's up, Bob? Hey, thanks for watching. Continue the comments. I appreciate this. Yeah, just have a plan A, B, C. Yeah, absolutely, Andy. Thanks. Thanks for watching. I hope this was helpful. You know, there's a lot of people out there that want to start their own business, and it's my hope and dream that perhaps this could be helpful to somebody else. That, you know, hopefully it's inspirational. A few people have contacted me and said that this was very inspirational for them, and you have no idea how happy that makes me. It makes me very happy. And so I appreciate your feedback. It's very humbling. Having your own business is very tiring. It's very tiring, but it is so rewarding. It is so rewarding to do this, and ultimately it's for my family. So thank you very much for watching. I appreciate you guys praying for me, and continuing to give me good advice and well wishes for the future. So thank you.